So I'm doing some experiments right here with these intensive seedlings that I transplanted. With these right here, all of them were competing too much and all of them were getting dry. So I cut them all the way at the base, hoping that maybe some of them might come back. Um, these I cut them. I cut some of these down right here, and I just left the strong ones. These two I left, but I cut some that were in the middle, and I got these to work on next. So basically, even though I did have a lot of seedlings that sprouted, it's the resources that they're competing for. So I can't wait until they take each other out. I gotta start pruning and start weeding out the ones that are getting yellow and keeping the ones that look strong. Okay, so I'm learning a lot right now that intensive farming is good if you want microgreens, and I'm planning to keep these microgreens and making fertilizer out of it later on. All right, so let's go. So when you're doing these kinds of weeding out, you're looking for yellow leaves on the top or dry leaves on the top or diseased leaves, and then you're looking for the leaves that are really green and showing good growth. So you want to keep those, and you want to basically weed out the ones that don't look good. Okay. So from the intensive growing transplants, uh, I did the thinning out from the pots, and this is what I came up with. So with these cuts that I made, I could make a new fertilizer. I'm gonna put this in the blender and add some water and make it into a powerful fertilizer for my plants and trees. So we're gonna have a overcast weekend, but I just wanted to show you some progress right here. I got my moringa trees, but I'm also intercropping with asparagus and tomatoes. Now, right here in this gap right here, I'm gonna put some marigolds because marigolds and they ward off pests, and they're good companions with the moringa and with the asparagus. So I'm gonna put them right here in this area here. Yeah. I bought these tomato plants at the store for like $3 each, and they're the big tomatoes too. Yeah. So this new moringa tree I just planted about 2 weeks ago. So as you can see, it's sprouting. I got a little bit of mulch on the ground. I got another moringa tree right here. Well, it's actually a tuber. I have it on the ground, but notice that I have this glass container here to shield it from the cold, and it's kind of like a little greenhouse right here. So hopefully this will sprout. And then I also got mulch here on the top, and what I'm planning to do is I want to plant some beans right here on this row right here to fix the soil, add some nitrogen to the soil. And then right here also I'm planning to put beans right here, and also maybe even some strawberries. So I decided to thin out my intensive transplants. For example, this one right here had a lot of dying Moringa seedlings, but this one looked pretty healthy, so I kept it. But notice I cut it really low. I cut all the weak Moringas down low. Eventually I'll probably just take off the entire stem, but I want this one to get strong, so all the energy and all the resources from the soil here could go to this. And I did that with this one too. See, I noticed all the stems here that I cut, but I left this one intact. So I'm gonna keep them here in the greenhouse. It's gonna be kind of cold today, like in the 60s. So yeah, that's my plan right now. So these seedlings here, I'm not sure if they'll make it. I mean, some of them look okay, some of them not, but we'll see if these will make it. Some didn't make it already, so what I did was I cut them really low right here. See, and what I want to see if a new stem comes out. If not, then I'll probably just plant another seed right there, or another plan that I have is that I have these cups right here, and in each cup is a seed. And notice that I have it in a cardboard box to give it that insulation, to give it a little bit of warmth. So if I get any sprouts from here, eventually I'll probably transplant them, up pot them when they get bigger into those tall pots, or just sell them like this as little baby seedlings. But yeah, I have it in the dark, and I have it in warmth right here. I have some other tall pots right here, some other seedlings that didn't make it, but I still have a little bit of hope. So I cut the stem all the way down in the hopes that maybe a new stem will come out from the roots. These right here are from a starter kit that I got earlier this year. I noticed that the stem is already woody, so I decided to cut these back, and there's already some new growth right here, so I'm not really worried about these. These will come back. Yeah, definitely. This is the old stem right there, see? And then this is the new one. So yeah, these are already established already, and they're woody, so I could cut them back and then they'll come back. So this one right here is like a mini intensive pot right here. I'm giving the intensive one last shot here, but what I want to do is that once I see the sprouts coming out, I want to dig them out and then pot them right away. This is why. It seems like it's working. It seems like when you get them young like that, you don't disturb the taproot that much. I'll give you an example right now. So this one is an early transplant. I was able to transplant this from an intensive pot, and I was able to transplant it when it was really barely sprouting, so I didn't damage the taproot at all. It was really the taproot wasn't deep at all. So it's growing. This one too is growing. I did the same thing, so I'm gonna try that method where you got to get them really early, right when they barely sprout, and then transplant them, up pot them, and then with the hopes that they'll grow. Then this one too, but I'm not sure this one will make it. Maybe. So yeah. Okay, I have more cups right here where I planted seedlings, and I noticed that I have the bags here to keep them in the dark and also to give them a little bit of warmth. So hopefully we could get some sprouts here soon. Another plan I have is that I want to get some good soil and fill all these pots here. I have maybe about 60 of them. But what I want to do is I want to put 2 seeds per pot. So I'm probably going to prepare the seeds on Sunday, and then Monday have these pots out, because it's going to warm up next week. So I'm going to have 2 seeds on each one. Hopefully we'll get some sprouts from these 60 right here in May, sometime in like mid-May or the 3rd week of May. So yeah, I got, I'm experimenting here, see what works best, and I'm also keeping an eye on the weather. We're gonna have a real gloomy weekend here. So notice all these water bottles here. The reason why I keep them this way is so that they could dechlorinate, to take off all the chlorine. You gotta have them open. Yeah. So that's what I use. I just get the water, tap water, fill them up, give them about a day or two to dechlorinate.